the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Dolphins and the Broncos, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They go play action here on first down. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Broncos, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Tyreek Hill from last week, there are the numbers. 2 touchdowns, and don't forget, over 200 yards as well. Not bad.
It certainly seemed like every time you looked up, he was catching another touchdown pass, didn't it?
And if he wasn't doing that, it was a great catch for a long run after it. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. A give, running right, Achane. It'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher. But here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And that moment we just saw always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 20 carries, 57 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
To throw on second down, Nix. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure that defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with. It's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On second down, Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Hill. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
Now Achane on first and 10. And a good game here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Going to the air, Tagovailoa under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Now Tua. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos about set to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and a yard. Back to throw. Nix. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
A first down from Dulcich, and the only reason more people aren't talking about his rookie season is because he was injured a good chunk of it. Showed in a couple of big games he can be a big-time playmaker at tight end.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Shoves him aside. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Off the bootleg. Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Miami set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down. On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that is
scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot. Know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 17-14. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. The Broncos in their hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Dancing to his left. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
From the gun, it's Tua. This pass now by Waddle along the sideline. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. At the 1-yard line. Tua going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Wilson. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a
chance to possess the football.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the Dog Pound. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And currently they are tied with the visiting Bills in that one. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Nix. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
A give left side. Here's Achane. Down the left sideline.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle from 21 yards away. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Off play action. Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Up the middle, Achane. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Tua now on first down. Open man is Waddle, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
All right, let's go.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Running left, Achane. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So left side, it's complete. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jonnu Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Denver's offense now set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix, screen play set up for Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Nix. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go with Williams. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down. Nix, slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And he will have a Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. On first down, back to Achane. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing on first down. Nix. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw on second down. Nix. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Finding Williams on the check down.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, if this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On first down, right.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Right back to him on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle.
Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Nix. And his pass incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it. Pitching a